Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so breaking it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
1-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Right there. No. Right there. 54 Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike 5-4.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Off the draw, here's Michel. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Pats have taken the early lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right footy. Check. He's coming. Here we go, again. Set. Hey! Check 3.
James White's first carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Patriot first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Newton now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. A
23-yard.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score Patriots 10, Ravens 0.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Jameer Byrd on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10. at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
He hits White, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken around the 12. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check 4, check 4.
Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. John Simon able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, this one's high, but not very far. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back.